Okay, so far we have the basic skeleton structure of this website done. It's a very small website. It only consists of our index page up front and a couple of pages that we kind of put together and doled inside of week 3. We go here locally. We have my interest and my favorite song, and those are already saved and ready to go. And I think that in the last video we did upload them, but they don't have the content that they need just yet. They're still blank. Like I said earlier, they're just skeletons. So, and what needs to be here, we will be growing our index.html page throughout the semester. But at least for this assignment, my favorite song and my interests, pretty easy to fill out. Whatever it is that interests you, you pick 3-4 things. If you have 5 or 6, well, maybe that's too many. Do at least 3, please. I'm going to do just 1 here for the sake of the length of this video. I will keep my title of my page. That's what's going to appear up top, my interests. And I already have copied the basic structure for this site. I did ask in the original assignment that your About Me page, which we've already done, should have this information: your name, email address, etc., picture of yourself. But my interests include a heading and description of 3 different activities or hobbies that you enjoy, and have a related image for each one of these interests. Feel free to get creative. What that means is maybe make your own image or maybe provide your own photo. And include a link to a related website or website, such as a Wikipedia page. This is the one time or one of the few times that we accept Wikipedia pages for each interest. And then my favorite song is going to be the next page. Include the song title, the artist name, include the lyrics, and a link to their homepage or to their Wikipedia entry as well. Mine will have a Wikipedia entry as the artist is deceased. So I'll start with, well, let's start by actually, since I've already have these pages built and saved, and you can tell in my FileZilla file structure that they're here. They're inside of week 3. And that's in the server, and this is locally. I have my favorite song and my interests. They're already there. So when we start to play with them, the links should have somewhere to go. Go back to my index here and back to my Notepad++. My favorite song, it's not necessarily my favorite song of all time, but it's one that I enjoy. It's I'll put in the title and heading 1. It's Pink Moon by Nick Drake. I first saw it in a commercial for Volkswagen a long time ago, and it's stuck with me ever since. Each one. If you want to do a link, by the way, as opposed to the Wikipedia page, maybe to a YouTube video where we can actually see the song, just please keep those hopefully safe for work lyrics and music. So I've already put that there. Pink Moon, well, I'm repeating myself. This is heading whatever, it's already there. In this first paragraph, I'm going to say that this is by Nick Drake. And Nick Drake here will be also highlighted with a link, a href, that is equal to, and I'll go and search for that. I'll leave the target blank for now, although I will define it as it being blank. So target will be blank. All that means is that when the user clicks on the link, it will actually open up a blank page and open up the link there. I'll close the link /a right after the name Nick Drake, and I'll go and I'll do a quick search. So I'll open up a new window on my browser, look for Nick Drake, Wikipedia, and I'll copy the link from the browser address and put it in between the href double quotes. I'll paste it there, and that link is complete. Okay, so here come the lyrics. I'll start with a paragraph, and I'll do it as well as I can remember. I'll probably go and look it up in a little bit. So I'd say, and then rather than closing the paragraph, I will do a break here. Go to the next line and continue. And there maybe finish the paragraph and then continue with the lyrics. I'm not going to bore you with all the typing, so I'm going to pause my video for just a second, and when I come back I'll have all of the text written out. Okay, so the rest of the lyrics are in. I went back to just using BR without the space slash, just to be consistent. I added some spacing just to make it look a little bit better to me, at least more readable, but those spaces will not appear once this is published. I'm also going to add a link back to my original page. I don't need this open just yet. Because I say, you know, you should have a links to your homepage from both my interest and my favorite page or my favorite song. So I can do that really quick. I'll do it in the top before the first heading, and just type in a paragraph and the link. Oh, I'm not typing. P for paragraph, and then the link A. ahref is equal to, and if you recall, your my favorite song and the other one, my interests, are both in the week 3 folder, so they would have to get out of the week 3 folder and go back into the index page, and we will notate that by saying go back to parent, that's the 2 dots, slash, and then index.html, which is our about me page. Close that, close the bracket, and here I would want to do a little figure that looks like this. It's a bracket and slash slash. However, HTML will think that this is the beginning of a bracket code, so instead we will use the code, which is ampersand LT, which is less than, and semicolon to complete the code. I have the 2 dashes there already, and then I will add return to my home page. We'll have fancier menus later in the semester. Close that, and then close the paragraph finally. This line will be used, you can copy and paste it on the other document, since it will use the same link back. They're in the same directory. So I'll select it, copy it, go to my interests, and at the very beginning just paste it, and then we'll have this be consistent throughout the pages. We'll be copying and pasting a lot of code. This is already called my interest, it's already called my favorite song. Although this has Pink Moon, that's why I have that code. This should actually be an H2, because the heading that I asked you to use is actually before the H2. I don't know what happened there. So this will be H1 my favorite song. And close it. And close the heading. So there's Pink Moon, my favorite song, etc. And this should be ready to save. Let me file and save. And go back to FileZilla. That file is in week 3. And that's my song. I'm on week 3 up here as well. I will upload and replace the original file. And then, well, since I still don't have a link on my index page, I can't go and visit it necessarily. However, on my index page, that's the main page, where we do have the More About Me heading at the bottom. One of them is my interest and the other one is my favorite song. I will select my favorites. Well, this is not that kind of editor. I will type in the reference to the page. So I'll start out with a well, now before I do that, I can replace the dashes with the dash and then ampersand GT, which is the greater than code, semicolon to end. I'll put a space there and then open up the link href that goes to week 03, and the file that we're looking for is my favorite song, my fave song.html. At least that's what I called mine. And close the tag. It's my favorite song. After that, we can add the closing of the link /a. And although we haven't done my interests, I'm going to go ahead and do these now. I can type in the 2 dashes, the ampersand greater than semicolon, space, and then the link href is, and they're in the same page, on the same directory rather. So we'll say that this one is also in week 03 / my interests. I think that's what that's called, interests. And .html. Close the quotes, close the code, and close the tag after my interest /a. So now I have More About Me to a page that doesn't exist yet, but will be there. Then another link to my favorite song, which we just saved, and actually I uploaded already. So I will save this file, save, go back to FileZilla, and make sure that I'm in the right folder, which is my root folder. Same thing with the remote. I went too far in there. I need to be in HTML, public HTML. And then I can upload my index page. Click OK. And have it transferred. I'll now go back to my browser and see if I can't find this already published. I'll reload this page. We had already worked on all this, but now I have links to my interests and my favorite song. If I click on my interests, I did upload originally this file, which has no way to come to get us back. I can go back to the home page. You'll see my interest is now visited. I click on my favorite song, and here's my favorite song with the lyrics. H1 for my favorite song, Pink Moon by Nick Drake, has a link to Wikipedia, which opens up in a new page. I'll close that page, and then I'll return to my home page. So I've already spoken for about 15 minutes on this video. I'm going to stop here, and on the next video we'll just do my interest page, and then we'll be done with this assignment.